Welcome back, YouTube, to Delersholid, or Steelclutches, as we humans know it as. Now, just at the end of last episode, we had tussled with that ogre there and destroyed it. There it is, its mangled carcass sitting out on the ice next to this poor wounded paper maker here. His hip and leg are mangled, so he's not going to be walking around anymore. Well, anyways, we got a ton of stuff to do this episode. Our fort's coming along. This whole upstairs area is coming along as well. I'd like to get that made into a functioning tavern by the end of the episode. Now, down in the comments under the last video, Jack McFadden Finlayson had suggested that I use some graph paper and try to draw out what that fortress underneath is going to look like, which I did actually do. I don't know why I hadn't done that before. I guess probably just laziness. But I'll tell you, it's going to be a glorious thing. Absolutely glorious. And my original plan was to have this stairway go down into the top of where the fortress was going to be, but I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm actually going to have the fortress over on the side, so when you come down, this staircase lands at kind of a bridge out in front of the fortress itself. And I think that will end up working well. Plus, if the fortress is connected to the wall, we can have the chambers extend back into the actual wall, and they won't have to be restricted by the size of the actual mound itself. While we're at it, let's just channel this out a little bit deeper. Growing increasingly concerned about the threat of goblins lately. I've really gotten complacent about the whole idea, but man, if they popped up right now, I don't even know what we'd do. We'd have to just lock ourselves inside, and that'd be super lame. I'd rather have something to greet them with when they came. We really don't have anything like that at the moment, except for those deadfall idea. I don't know how that's going to work, honestly. I've been kind of screwing around with deadfalls outside of this video, and these seem like they could go over pretty badly. First of all, I didn't know deadfalls could just smash through the floor and enter chambers beneath them. Luckily, we don't have anything like that around here, so I'm not too concerned about that. This farm area is 2 spaces below. I don't think the floor could smash into that. But yeah, if there was a chamber right beneath the floor here and a deadfall or like something collapsed on top of it, it would smash straight through. I didn't realize that, but you know, I tested it out a little bit, and that is the case. Shouldn't be a problem, though. I'm kind of banking on it not being a problem, and I'm not putting any more thought towards it, because I really don't think it's going to be an issue at all. Anywho, turn off the burrow. Where'd that guy go? Did he shuffle off to the hospital? We should really get a good hospital to him. Maybe some soap as well. Whatever. We have plenty of food, plenty of drinks at the moment. I don't think there's anything that I've been forgetting. Nobody's down here going insane or anything like that. Butcher area is completely zombie free for the time being. Don't have any animals that need to be butchered or anything like that. We're looking pretty darn good, I'd say, actually. Let's get all these supports finished. I forgot I had this entire floor all kind of planned out right now. Keep on going with that, guys. Gonna have to build some walls up here just to encompass this middle area here. And I suppose after we get all those floors finished, then we'll start on the walls. Let's see, where are these emus? There are some emus on the map. I haven't seen an unarmored dwarf try to go after them yet, so I don't know how exactly they would do. Not too concerned. Well, here's a dwarf heading over towards an emu. He got scared away. Emu is chasing this dwarf over here. They seem to be engaged right now. Okay, the emu is kicking this guy and just kind of bruising him at the moment. I'm gonna let that continue. Just a couple civilians here as far as I know. Okay, they're tussling and this guy appears to be injured now. I've been injured badly. There is no hope. There's plenty of hope. Neck is bruised, right hand is bruised. Okay, so you're just kind of bruised at the moment. You got another guy helping you. I'm gonna let this continue, which may seem cruel. Go ahead. Alright, that's gone on enough. First conquerors, get in here. Let's take on this emu. I don't want any dwarves dying here. Is this blood? Someone's blood here? Okay, this guy's starting to bleed. Her neck is torn open. Go ahead, get in there, guys. Fight this emu. Still got just these 2 guys. Engage with the emu. The other guy looks to be injured now. Left hand is torn open. Oh boy, this guy's actually pretty effed up. Yeah, okay, yeah, let's get someone in there. Never mind. It looks like emus can be kind of a threat. Alright, now we have one of my military guys in there. First conqueror, taking on the emu. Did you kill him? Nope, emu's still there. First conqueror and 2 civilians taking on a rotting emu right now. Got another military dwarf in there. That's 4 dwarves. How the hell is it still alive? Okay, it has been taken out. Thank God. Got a bunch of Kias and some emus on the map right now. The emus seem to be heading down the river. This frozen river here. Well, looks like the Kia corpses are moving in. That is annoying. Got an entire pile of Kia corpses right here. Looks like something went on. A bunch of Kias popped up, attacked my guys, and were killed. Yeah, looks like they're all dead now. This guy over here is not doing too great, I don't think. Someone want to come out here and like help this guy out or something? I don't know. Just an idea. Okay, so right now we're just trying to build this damn floor here, but keep getting interrupted by zombie birds all over the friggin' place. Alright, now the plan is to build some bridges, kind of like this, just leading out from the inn here, so that I can raise them up and have them become walls to the actual inn itself, or lower them so that dwarves can have access to the tops of these supports here so that I can rebuild the deadfall sections after I use them. So that's what I'm gonna get started on. There we are. That's how those bridges are gonna look up there. I'm gonna have to build walls in between them, but I think that should work out pretty well. All controlled by a single lever. I'm thinking I should build some walls here as well, just so I can have some doors erected. I don't want guys getting into my fort too quickly. Alright, so every time I place one of these pressure plates, I have to go through and select the settings, which is pretty irritating, really. CR. I guess that's it. CR. Okay, so that's actually pretty easy. And I'm going to set up these pressure plates like this to connect up to this support right here, just so that when things step on there, they have a second to get underneath. And hopefully this stuff collapsing does not destroy pressure plates. I don't think it will, because the floor won't be landing on the pressure plates themselves, but who knows. I do have high hopes, YouTube. I do have high hopes. Right, we have a bunch of gold on the map. Maybe I should start melting that stuff down into bars so we can actually make that into something and trade something besides crappy rock crafts. Alright, so they're placing down these pressure plates right now. 1, 2, 3. Got 3 right here. Why is this one dark? One of them is dark and the other 2 are light. Why would that be? Does somebody have to activate it first? Like it's maybe not activated? Oh, now it's light. Okay, maybe there's like a cooldown between how many times you could press it or something like that. That would make sense. This guy here. Look at this champion, Muffcat the Engraver. I believe this is the guy who was wounded by that emu there. Got a broken foot, one of your toes is smashed open, neck is torn open, right lung is dented. I mean, she got her lung dented, and she's still working. She's carrying a boulder up onto the roof here from down in the mines, crawling on the ground, can't even stand. I guess the boulder is probably just propped up on her back, and she's just kind of slithering across the roof here, trying to get the boulder to where it has to go. Well, you are a pro, Muffcat. I like you. Bridges are coming along nicely. The broker is fighting with a duck corpse, who's now dead. Okay, that duck corpse is actually on the map for quite some time, like from, what, the first or second episode even? Yeah, wasn't actually, I think that duck came with the very first wave of migrants, didn't it? Alright, we're getting those doors put up here just to slow down intruders if or when they do come. Alright, I'm gonna make sure to get all of these Kia pieces dumped out, because we don't want this here, that's nasty. Pride, again, let's have some pride, people. Alright, now most of those floors are finished, so we're gonna get started on those walls. Get all nice and sealed up. Looking good, looking good. The majority of those bridges are done now, just one left. After that's done, we'll get those collapsing sections built up. Not gonna link up any of those plates. You know what, actually we should do that. We should link those things right up, just in case something does happen. Which, I mean, that could happen at any goddamn second. Walls are coming along very nicely. Very, very nicely. Oh yes. Now we'll start on those little sections of floor that will fall down on intruders. If I'm thinking correctly, then trolls will also want to knock down these supports, thinking that they're damaging some integral part of my fortress. So if a troll comes in and somehow does not manage to trigger one of these traps, then he will still try to rip apart one of these supports. That's what I'm thinking anyways. I'm not 100% on that, mind you. Let's see, we've got a bunch of cobaltite. I've heard that's a pretty hefty stone, so maybe we'll use that. Nice hefty cobaltite floors to fall on my intruders. I don't know if that will actually affect anything. I imagine any sort of stone falling on somebody's head will do a good amount of damage, but I don't know. We're gonna go with cobaltite. Now I realize this is going to be an enormous pain in the ass to set up, in the first place, let alone to reset it every single time. But this is how you find out what works, YouTube. And I intend to find out if this works or not. If it doesn't work, I can always scrap it, go with something else. But if it does, well, be a regular George Washington Carver. I know that my dwarves regularly have their spines snapped and their legs twisted apart and that sort of shit whenever they cause even the most minor cave-in, so this has to do something. Okay, now that all these walls are nearly finished, I should start thinking about making a roof to this structure. I'm gonna make some stairways so we can get up a little bit higher and build the next section of this structure here. Also, I'm thinking about making a little lever room for the bridges right here, just for all that sort of stuff. It's kind of disturbing how used I am to seeing all this vomit, but we are going to need a ton of those mechanisms, I'll tell you. Alright, now making little access ramps here out of wood for this next level. See how goddamn heavy this cobaltite is. All these dwarves taking so long to get over here. I can't believe how freaking vomit covered this place is. Oh my god, Almond Wood Road, gotta be kidding me. Gabbro, please make a Gabbro road here. A Gab road, if you will. Oh. Alright, all those cobaltite floors are done. Dwarves are headed up to this next section here, and I've gotten started. A migrant has arrived. Despite the danger. A migrant. Just one migrant? Ingiz the Weaver. Who cares what they think? I like you, Ingiz. Her nose is narrow, eyebrows extremely dense. Her head is tall. What a lovely lady. She's incredibly brave in the face of looming danger, perhaps a bit foolhardy. She presents herself modestly and frowns at any flashy accoutrements. This dwarf here, Ingiz, she's really kind of hit a chord with me, I think. She's traveled across the world here into this evil biome to come to Delersholid despite the danger by herself, and she simply dreams of raising a family. That's the kind of dwarf we need here in Delersholid. What a beautiful lady. See, I'm gonna have to come up with something to set this lady apart from the others. I'm gonna give her a custom profession name. She is a brave wanderer. Yeah, and as for her actual tasks, I'm not sure what to set her to exactly. How about mining? Head on down. Your brothers and sisters in Delersholid await your arrival, with open arms, I'm sure. Okay, and while we're doing all this here, I'm also going to have to BCR. I'm going to build some ramps up along the side of this building here, just like this, and we'll build those out of, we have 99 olivine. I'll tell you what, we're going to make the roof out of olivine, green stone. Green to symbolize the vomit that pours from our yaps as we walk out into the sunlight. Which I know, that seems silly thing. Takes you out of the role playing. No, it doesn't. No, I like to think of my dwarves as being so brave that they could joke at a time like this. Picture all the dwarves sitting down there. What color should we make the roof?
There's vomit all over this place. The roof's always going to be in the sun. Why shouldn't it be green too?
Oh, I like it. You look at my squads, you have the raven heads and the llama neck-skins. Maybe the squads like to joke, giving themselves ridiculous names like that. The Llama Neck-skins. They laugh about it as they drink from their cups. I realize that when I'm playing this game, I say a lot of silly things. A whole lot of silly things. But my mind is 100% into the role-playing aspect of this stuff. Oh boy, here we go. A lie maker has been possessed. 100% into the role-playing aspect of this. I make every little facet of my fortress so that I can imagine myself walking through the tunnel, walking through that door, walking into a chamber. I want to know what I see. I want to feel the cold stone beneath my feet as I walk through here. The walls just echoing through the fortress. And I love it, YouTube. I truly do love it. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I am truly passionate about this game. And honestly, I doubt there are many really new players out there watching my video because, I mean, of all the Let's Plays out there, mine is fairly harsh on the eyes, really. I mean, there's better ones to watch if you are a new player, but if there's any new players out there interested in Dwarf Fortress, please just let me know in the comments. I can help you out. Everyone should give this game a try if it seems interesting to them, because really it's a game of limitless possibility. Would you look at how much vomit is in this place right here? Starting up our olivine ceilings, I'm gonna have it kind of curved over the top. Oh, I had forgotten to watch this guy making his mysterious construction, but here it has begun. Craft Dwarf Workshop, I assume it's going to be an amulet, a ring, something along those lines. Yeah, I should probably get some tables made, that sort of stuff, for the inn here. Of course, I believe they have to be indoors, so it's not going to be any good until we get that roof done. Alright, I'm going to get rid of that floor right there, because this is where the lever room is going to be, right on the other side there. Right here, I'm going to build some walls, like this right here. We do have some more mechanisms down, which is awesome. PCR, PCR, PCR. Right, like that. Okay, so that's one hall that's going to be completed with pressure plates just shortly, and just starting up on the second one. Okay. Iteb the lie maker, has created Ashtanatost Exonkagan, a almond wood figurine of dwarves. I've always been a big fan of figurines. This is a almond wood figurine of dwarves. All craft dwarfship is of the highest quality. The item is a masterfully designed image of dwarves in almond wood by Iteb Usirodil. The dwarves are laboring. The artwork relates to the foundation of Morning Ruff by the diamond relic of the Foggy Books in 5. It is encircled with bands of Nemo Pell Oranges, the pair of Dale's forest Titan silk. This object menaces with spikes of gold. Wow, that's actually pretty amazing. On the item is an image of 4 elk in almond wood. On the item is the image of Mudung's monsters in sphalerite. Mudung's monsters? What the hell's that? On the item is an image of giant rhesus macaques in alpaca wool. On the item is an image of puzzle fondled the pigtail hood in sphalerite. There is a lot going on there. What the hell is Mudung's monsters? Well, add it to the pile. We're starting to get a bunch of those artifacts made. What the hell is this guy doing? No job. So he's climbed up onto the side of this bridge, a bit stunned by the sun, it would seem, and he's kind of nestled himself in the branches of this dead apple tree, and he's just kind of sitting here, just kind of looking out at the waterfall, perhaps. Avaz, the suturer. I was nauseated by the sun. There is no hope. This guy here apparently would very badly love to create something. I feel bad for him. Maybe he's just lamenting the fact that he hasn't created anything for so long. Just sitting up here at the edge of this bridge, looking out at the waterfall. Probably sits down in that dank old hospital every day, sewing up dwarves who have been ripped apart by stuff. What do you want to do, buddy? I actually feel bad for this guy. How about stone crafting? I'll put stone crafting on him just for the hell of it. Wanna go craft some stones? Make you feel better? Go craft some stones. Oh, he's vomiting too. He's painting the railing of the bridge with vomit. That's creative. Maybe that's how he has to express himself nowadays. Okay, the next level of the fortress chamber has been completed. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then, we're gonna go one more down. And actually, I had thought of another little idea that I wasn't really taking very seriously, but maybe I will start that as well. Alright, I've got a couple of little areas here before we even get to the fortress area that I have left to not be channeled out. I'm going to smooth them up as well. These are going to be a couple of archer platforms on either side of this stairway here. So when people do enter my fortress, or rather intruders enter my fortress, they'll be greeted by a volley of arrows while they're trying to go down this narrow stairway here, and probably have a small chance of falling off, that sort of stuff. That'll be the first peril to face them as they enter my fort. There you have it. Then we're going to continue on down. Alright, and I do usually like to set up my levers so that it makes sense. So I'll have that one there for that top drawbridge, and then this one here for the bottom drawbridge, and then I'm gonna have to make another one. I'll put it just in this corner here right next to this one. Some more of this olivine ramps up here. There we are. Yes sir, second level of the tavern is coming right along. It's gonna take forever to get a roof finished, but we can't just have it be a flat surface for a roof. Gotta be interesting. Gotta have a nice roof. Alright, we'll have a nice olivine roof, I suppose. Maybe we should export vomit from Delersholid. We certainly have plenty of it. This next level is going to be all olivine ramps. I don't think I've ever come across this much olivine ever in one of my games. I mean, do they realize they're just wading through vomit right now? Their boots must just be caked with vomit. Yeah, I love that role-playing element. Love it. You know, I only just realized, like yesterday when I was at work, that I never made a refuse pile, like an actual refuse pile for this fortress. I've just been kind of dumping stuff. Well, you know, that kind of, oh, the potash maker has given birth to a boy. Oh, that's nice. Anywho. Yeah, I realized I never made an actual refuse pile for this fort, but that was originally because I didn't want people hauling off carcasses that may reanimate. Alright, so should I start linking these things up? I'm a little tentative about the whole thing. I link them up and then some unforeseen thing happens, some stupid, like a fat dwarf comes waddling by, walks over one of them, and the whole thing caves in. I don't know. We need so many mechanisms. Before we dig any farther, I'm also going to build some fortifications along the sides of these, because I'm going to want that eventually. And while this stone is right nearby, I guess we should probably do that. There we are, just like that. I have the front parts of these archer platforms as fortifications, and the sides all walled in nice with a small little access tunnel, just so they can get behind there and clear out some stone, that sort of stuff. Wait, this guy over here. What the hell is this guy's problem? I just realized he's still over here. This damn suturer. Had he come up here perhaps, and then maybe a tree grew and blocked him in? Maybe that's why he's up here. Maybe that's the only reason. Yeah, someone want to like come chop down these trees so this guy doesn't perish for the stupidest reason. Okay, let's see. Those trees are getting taken down right now. Oh, there he is. Okay, so now he's walking off into the fort. Okay, so maybe he's not some sort of a deep spiritual soul. Maybe he's just some sort of a hapless, very stupid dwarf. Rimtar has grown to become a child. Congratulations on becoming an adult, Rimtar. Now, get your ass down to a mechanic workshop and never leave. Endless mechanisms, go. Oh shit. The Ettin Zaspastrag Ostzu Slong has come. A giant humanoid monster with 2 heads. Well, that's very interesting. Now then, what to do with Mr. Slong? And he just entered up from the top middle. Nobody is nearby him at this particular moment. I'm gonna lock these doors. Locked, locked, locked. Okay. Now then, some creatures are building destroyers. Those ones will destroy supports like this one here. Into our fort, look down the hall and see these pillars and be like,
Me smash, me destroy, dwarves.
And hopefully just wreck these supports and get some shit dropped on his heads. But you know, I can't really bank on that whole scenario playing out just like that, so maybe I will. I'm gonna get everyone inside, is what I'm gonna do. Everyone in. Quickly now, quickly now. I'm gonna go take a look at Umal, making a beeline directly for the fort. No qualms whatsoever. Is there anybody outside right now? Anybody really far away? Actually, this guy over in the corner, I'm gonna unlock that door, and I don't know if there's anybody down that slope. It'd be hard to find them if they were, but the Etton's not very close to those. So I'm gonna unlock those doors, and hopefully those dwarves will redirect their little selves and head through those very intelligent exits. Here it comes the Etton. Where's this guy? This guy is still headed up from the south very slowly, so that's good. I am going to assemble A, B, C, our 3 squads in this main hall right here. And if that Ettin does not bother those supports at all, hopefully my squad will be at least partially waiting for them. Okay, well, oh shit. Okay, so the Ettin just climbed up on top of this wall, I guess. Oh, what the fuck was that? Okay, he just jumped over to one of those blue cobalt type pieces of flooring and then jumped back over to the wall. And now he is back down and running just headlong into the fort. He's running up to this dwarf right here. Who is this? Ava's the Suturer. Oh my god, this is a poor fellow who was just locked up on top of the bridge there. Oh no, I'm sorry, Ava's. I'm sorry you never got to create what you wanted to create. Oh lord, oh lords in heaven. 2 members of my military waiting in this main hall. Oh, it's not looking good. Maybe my military could hurry the hell up. I don't know, just an idea. Okay, here comes some more. Thankfully, I assume that this thing is at least as strong as an ogre. Alright, it's got to get through those doors. Thank God I put those doors up. Oh, looks like... Okay, I think that guy just reanimated. That zombie reanimated, and the Ettin went after him and is destroying the zombie now. All these dwarves just sitting in here, and they hear the smashing of the door. Stone cracking away and chipping. Hey, dwarf, what are you doing, my friend? Carrying your boulder? Moses Mafalek, get in here. What are you doing? Don't open up the door. Oh my god, you fucking moron. Is he dead? Oh yeah, he just died. Let's see if this guy's taken any damage yet. No, nothing. Nothing at all. Not anything to speak of. Okay, so nobody get any bright ideas and open the door for the fucking giant, please. That's actually a poor tactic. Oh my god, why are you going out there, my friend? Don't. I guess I probably should have locked these doors. Okay, the Ettin is now smashing apart this other door. Maybe not realizing that the first door is now propped open with a boulder. Oh, look, this dwarf over here I was concerned about is just making his way across the river. And it does not look like the Ettin has any idea in his head to destroy those supports. So that whole plan's not gonna work. I'm not sure what this Ettin is doing at this particular moment. I guess probably destroying that door. Well, I mean, you know, we don't have all day. I'm getting impatient, YouTube. I am getting impatient with this guy. What was that? Did that zombie come back? Moses Mafalek. Oh, okay, so the Ettin, I guess, probably bit the head off this dwarf when he reanimated. Okay. The Ettin says, death is all around us. This is truly horrifying. What an asshole. This Ettin, I have improved my fighting. That was very satisfying. He strikes the recruit in the left hand with his pigtail trousers. What the fuck's going on? Why is the Ettin wielding a pair of trousers as his weapon? Now, let's just picture that for a moment. Let's all put on our imagination caps and picture an Ettin, an enormous 2-headed giant, striking a dwarf in his right upper arm, like his shoulder, right, with a pair of pants, and his arm getting smashed into his body, just telescoping into his torso, in a bloody glob of blood and just gore and bone probably sticking out of there. What is wrong with this Ettin? How has he gotten so skilled with this pair of pants? Alright, we need to get the fuck out there or something. This is driving me crazy right here. I'm moving him out there, YouTube. Let's do this. Okay, the Ettin is running through the fortress. Okay, he's in the main hall now. Seemingly trying to get past my dwarves, perhaps, and into the fortress. I think the Ettin is panicking right now. And he's enraged. My dwarves have him surrounded on the ground. They're beating the shit out of him. A few of my dwarves are on the ground as well, and they killed him. Thank God they killed him. That was something right there. Let's see, who is wounded? We have a hammer dwarf. His left foot is bruised, that's not a biggie. Let's see, Captain of the Guard, were you injured, my friend? No, you were not. Not badly, anyways. How about you, wrestler? Right upper arm bruised, left lower arm is cut open. That's not a biggie, we'll get you fixed up, no problem. I'm glad to see some hammer dwarfs now, not just wrestlers. We had one guy die out here when they first met with the creature. Thab Seridan's corpse, who will soon be reanimating. This guy over here, this is the dwarf who had his head torn off, and this guy here is the poor suturer who never was able to practice his craft. That poor man. Wait a second. Wait one fucking second. Where is this goddamn Ettin? Mangled corpse. So his corpse is mangled, thank God. The thought of a zombie Ettin traipsing around the fort is enough to make me shit my britches. So we lost 2 military dwarves and and a civilian. That was it. These guys, they just do me proud. Burrow is off. The hammer dwarf bashes the Ettin in the left head with his iron warhammer, and the injured part explodes into gore. You, Hassan Adaslan, you landed the killing blow. You're out of the Llama Neck-skins. You're not in there anymore. Welcome to the First Conquerors. And we have a spot available in the Ravenheads. Who would like to fill it? Ooh, how about the Brave Wanderer? Ingus, what do you think? Ingus, you're part of the Ravenheads now. She's gonna do well. Mark my words. Alright, I've got to think of a better way to handle refuse. I'm going to make a little pile for refuse right here that will also accept corpses. Just so we can get everything all piled up right here, outside the walls even. I mean, not very far outside the walls, because I don't really want my dwarves traveling too far to take care of this stuff. No available traction bench. Oh, okay, so we need a damn traction bench. Our hospital. And what a nice hospital it is. We'll make a traction bench. Make a traction bench. Go ahead. Whoa, what the fuck was that? Why did this dwarf just jump over there? Did you see that? This level is now currently all the way completed. This one's coming right along. He jumped out one of these little windows onto the top of this wall, and now he's sleeping in the rain. This game is amazing. Oh, and he's our chief medical dwarf. Head of healthcare right here, sleeping out in the rain on top of one of the walls. I've been rained on. It makes me so grouchy. You asshole. Oh my god. Alright, so I guess I gotta fucking get you down, you stupid dwarf. I'm gonna build a little ramp right here out of wood. Someone wanna get that up real quick so our fucking head doctor can climb down from the top of the wall? Okay, traction bench. There we are. I'm gonna put a nice traction bench down right here, right next to you, buddy. There we go. The next level is now mostly planned out. You can see now, kind of. It's kind of tapering as it goes up. Right, I forgot to memorialize those dwarves. Let's get some nice slabs cut up for these fellas. Havas, Moses, Thob. One more level after this one here, and we should be all good to go. Alright, get these levers all linked up to the right drawbridges, so that next time we have a little guest, we don't have to worry so much about them just hopping right over the wall. Actually, you know, yeah, still gonna hop right over the wall when he comes. Whatever, I'm not too concerned about it. If we can handle an Ettin, we can handle pretty much anything that comes our way, I think. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of this wall right here, because behind there, in this tiny little chamber, I'm going to put a small bedroom, sort of an area, for the tavern. Why is this guy up on the wall again? I noticed he's purple, I swear to god if it's that same guy. Okay, no, it's just our manager. Are you kidding me with this shit? Why is our manager up on the wall now? Some sort of silly. Still trying to get all these pressure plates down. So many of them. Okay, there we go. That's going to be all of the pressure plates that we need. Now we just have to link them up, which is going to be a fucking titanic undertaking. This freaking pile just keeps coming back to life. Okay, so we have a dwarf that just came back to life. That's the headless dwarf. And a barn owl head. They should team up and make one fucking hell of a zombie. Still just mutilated. I'm gonna try to get this corpse dumped real quick. Smoosh. Okay, all set. It's like we're done with those memorial slabs. Get those placed in here. One, a tahu, a three. Okay, this level is completely done now. Let's just finish it here. Oh my god, we don't have enough. Well, it's gotta be Olivine. We're almost there. We just need a little bit more. I'm sure we're gonna find some more at some point. Still nothing dangerous on the map. Just some stupid groundhogs. Alright, I gotta get down to the fortress and continue our fortress cavern. Just double check both of the archer roosts are now completed. And down we shall go. Ah, shit. You know what? We've gotta carve away the bottom of these. Right, and just as a stylistic sort of thing, these roosts really need support, so I'm going to leave a couple of little blocks off on the sides here. Just like that. The butcher has withdrawn from society, and the butcher has claimed a craft dwarf workshop. And he's not doing anything. Shining bars, stacked cloth, skeletons. Definitely thinking we have bones. I'm not too sure what the hell the deal is with bones exactly. I've heard other people say they've had problems with that as well. I know there are bones on the map. Like, let's take a look just on this little dump pile over here. A skull, emu corpse mangled bone. Okay, I don't know if that counts. Gosling skull. A stray horse bone right here. What's wrong with that? It's a bone. Oh, is he gone? I guess he's going off to collect something. I didn't see him leave. Oh, there he is. Yeah, it looks like he's got a bone right now. Okay, so actually, maybe it's because I undumped that item there. Maybe he wouldn't take it because it was set to be dumped. Wait, let's see, in fact, what he does have, just to make sure I'm not... Here we are, a stray horse bone. He would not pick it up because it was set to be dumped. That is very good to know. Okay, so if somebody needs bones and you have it in your refuse pile, then you have to just undump it and then they will go grab it. And I really hope that's the case. Why in the world is there so many pigtail cloth just sitting in this metalsmith forge? And you see how it's arranged in like this pattern? In like little piles just kind of stacked around this workshop here. That is bizarre. Here's a stack and then another and another and another and another, just kind of in this zigzag pattern. And then on top of the room, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have a good explanation for that at all. Some migrants have arrived, despite the danger. Come on in, guys. Just the 3 migrants. That takes us back up to 100 on the dot. Thank God this road is finally done. Awesome. The butcher has begun a mysterious construction. All of the pressure plates are now complete. Thank you. Vapuk Roderstokos, the butcher, has created Sanrebkosak Gikensuman, a horsebone right gauntlet. That's pretty awesome. The Lightning of Griffins. That is something. This is a horsebone right gauntlet. All craft workmanship is of the highest quality. It is studded with gold and encircled with bands of pigtail and round, nice cabicons. This object is adorned with hanging rings of horsebone and bayberry wood, and menaces with spikes of gold and cave spider silk. On the item is an image of a marquee cut gem in Sasquatch leather. Sasquatch leather. These just seem like the most bizarre, random artifacts so far. There's nothing I can really like very much, I guess. I mean, although that is a gauntlet made out of horse bone, which when you get down to it is pretty awesome. With a touch of Sasquatch leather, can't really snub that. That's pretty awesome. It's badass. Okay, this lever here looks to be completely done, so I'm actually gonna pull it. Cha-chunk. Okay, you saw that. All those bridges closed. Oh, and actually, we must have built a couple of them incorrectly because it looks like these ones just retracted. So 3 of them were set to retract because I'm a moron. To build 3 more bridges and link them back up. Well, it looks like the roof is done for now. There's still this one little bit we can't quite finish, which really sucks. I don't know what we could do about that. Alright, looks like this level is complete now. Those pillars are nice and smooth, and so the next level is the one where our fortress will begin. Alright, YouTube, I think I'm gonna have to be wrapping this episode up for now, which is a shame. I really wish I could have put the very final touches on this tavern here. Got some tables in there and stuff, but we'll save it for next video, I suppose. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do about this roof. I'm gonna have to go mining or something for olivine specifically, because this will drive me nuts if I can't finish that up green. Yeah, next episode we'll get this room over here filled up with beds, and then this whole area out here, maybe put some instruments down, some tables, chairs, that sort of stuff. We'll try to get all these pressure plates linked up, although as I said before, that's gonna be fairly titanic. It's gonna take a long time, I think. Make sure to get those last couple of bridges all sorted out correctly. These still have to be rebuilt, but yeah, we'll take care of that. And of course, we will continue on our fortress cavern, which is really starting to come along. Got a couple nice archer roosts in there now. We are currently halfway down to the bottom of this, so it is conceivable that we could finish it during next episode. I'm not gonna make any promises, but we'll see what happens, because from this point forward, we're gonna leave a big old chunk over here. This is gonna be the fortress, and it's gonna kind of be built out in a bell-shaped mound that extends from that wall out into the actual cavern itself. As for things that we've accomplished during this episode, why, there's a whole bunch, including those things I just mentioned. We also were able to defeat an enormous Ettin. Big bastard thought he could mess with Delersholid. Well, we showed him, I think. A few of my dwarves are also starting to shine in their own respects, I think. Well, not the Suturer anymore, I guess. He was a character, but it didn't last very long. But we do have Ingiz now in the military there, our brave wanderer. I'm curious to see how she ends up. Well, she's already making friends in the fortress. That's good to see. And of course, we'll have to stay ever vigilant for those goblins. They should be coming back at some point. I'm not too sure the current state of their civilization, but I don't think it's small exactly. I do expect their return. And it's probably best that we get these pressure plates up and working. Well, anyways, as you've seen, I'm actually a pretty horrible planner, and we'll see how much of that I actually get done. We'll find out together, YouTube. Thanks for watching. And until next time,